Welcome back. My name is Kura Chiota, and this is Smart Money. I'm in studio with Warren Ingram, and today we're discussing the good old credit score and how it helps and hampers your life. Joining the discussion is Salem Jafta. She's Brand Consumer Manager at TransUnion. Welcome to you, Salem.
Thank you for having me here.
Did you bring my credit report?
I emailed it to you.
Of course you did. And as any member of the South African community, we are entitled to one free credit report per annum.
Yes, every 12 months, you're entitled to your free credit report.
Thank you very much. Good news and bad news on a credit report, right?
Yes, well, yeah, good and bad.
Okay. How does it work? Because the number of people, I deal with estate agents all the time and say, Kura, this guy, you know, he's got judgments, I can't get him a home loan. Tell me the process. What is the magic that happens at a credit bureau? You horrible people who put black marks on our name that don't allow us to buy cars and get credit cards and all the rest of it. You people, talk to me.
I like how you put it, because you see, with the credit bureau, we keep all information. So we have 23.48, somewhere there, million credit active consumers, and 58% of those consumers are actually in good standing, because the credit bureau keeps positive and negative information. So basically, when you open an account, it goes into the credit bureau. How you conduct your account, so every time you make monthly payments, it's recorded in the credit bureau. So how well you manage your credit record or your payments or your accounts is in the credit bureau, and how badly you manage them is in the credit bureau. So when you get to a stage where you have stopped paying, now they've taken you to court or they've taken enforcement action like defaults, that is also recorded in the credit bureau. And probably those are the consumers then you would be exposed to say, I have a so-called black mark on my name. It's simply an indication that at some point the consumer did not honor a debt to a point whereby action was taken by the lender or the bank or the service provider.
So how long does that last? How long does that black mark Chris talking about last on my credit record? Is it there forever?
No, it's not there forever, because remember, consumers rehabilitate and your situation does change. So if they have taken you to court, it's called a judgment, and you would usually see it with a case number and a court name. That stays for 5 years. And an enforcement action like a written off or a repossession, they are called defaults, those stay for 1 year. So the incentive for consumers is, if you pay that debt, or if you have a settlement agreement with the credit provider, the bank, the lender, it can be removed before that period. So before the 1 year, if 3 months into the term you pay up your default or your judgment, it then can be removed from the system.
How do we get it removed from the system?
Very, very simple.
Pay.
You pay, yes. Okay, you have a settlement agreement. After that, you contact the credit bureau. Yes, the credit provider, we do expect the credit provider to send us that information to say, so-and-so has now paid up the judgment or the default, but you as a consumer, because this is your reputation, we also say, contact the credit bureau and let us know that this default, the judgment debt, has been paid up, and we will then remove it.
So if I've just got, let's say I don't have any defaults and I don't have any judgments, but I'm always paying 5-10 days late.
All right.
I assume that's also going to be built up on my credit
Definitely. Record. It's what is called an account history or payment profile. Because remember, consumers have an agreement. It's like a contract with the lender to say, on this particular date, this is when you pay. So I know there's this whole, I can call it a myth, that you are safe up until the 7th. Not really, because if the credit agreement says the 26th, that's when you pay. And it's recorded every month. And that history stays for 24 months.
24 months.
24 months. So whatever month you skip, just know that for the next 24 months, it is going to reflect on your credit profile as a slow payer.
What is a credit score and how is it calculated?
All right, so a credit score is a summary of your credit report, but it's expressed in numbers. So it's a 3-digit number that actually tells the credit provider or the lender how well or how badly you manage your existing debt. And so how that score is calculated, there's a number of factors that are considered when calculating a score. Number one, when we look at, let's say, your debt, how much credit limit you have versus how much you use of it.
Sure.
That is taken into consideration. Credit limit, how much of it are you using on a monthly basis? Also, your account history. So each and every month, you are obligated to pay a certain amount at a certain date. Are you paying the full amount? Are you paying it on all these months? And are you paying it at the stipulated date? Or do we see arrears on your credit profile? Do we see you skipping? Do we see short payment? That is also taken into consideration. Do you have negative listings? Or as he mentioned, the black mark or blacklisting, your defaults, your judgments, do you have those? And also your credit applications, your inquiry history. Where are you shopping around? Are you looking for clothing accounts, store cards? Are you looking for personal loans? Or are you looking for the best interest rates in terms of housing finance, cars, insurance? So all of that is taken into consideration, and that is what builds up what is called a credit score.
All right, I've got a biggie to discuss with you. Credit amnesty, what did it deal with? What did it not deal with? And how do we stay credit healthy?
Great.
Please come back on the other side of this break, because we've got to understand this stuff, how to stay credit healthy. We'll see you just now.